My name is Jon Thorpe and my age is 38.
Alright, so there's this dilemma. A woman was near death from cancer. One drug might save her, a form of radium that a druggist in the same town had recently discovered. The druggist was charging $2,000, 10 times what the drug had cost him to make. The sick woman's husband, Heinz, went to everyone he knew to borrow the money, but he could get together only about half of what it should cost. He told the druggist that his wife was dying and asked him to sell it cheaper or to let him pay later, but the druggist said no. The husband got desperate and broke into the man's store to steal the drug for his wife.
Okay.
Is he right for doing that?
I think, okay, I think there's a few issues here. Overall, definitely. Legally, obviously, no. You can't break into a store. You can't steal things even when you feel you have some sort of moral justification to do it. So let's say overall, because once people put their own personal needs ahead of society's needs, what do we have? We end up with not necessarily anarchy, but I think chaos to a large degree is what would follow. Because at some point everyone can justify that the law does not satisfy their own personal needs and that their personal needs supersede what the law is supposed to confine them from doing, and therefore the law therefore must be unjust, so go ahead and do it anyway, since it is a need that you are satisfying. Basically what happens here is you enter in on a slippery slope, and these are sort of the first steps towards descent into the disintegration of civil society. The other issue, though, I have along with this is I think the fact pattern here is a little bit too confining, because the individual who needs the drug for his dying wife, why are, one of the things that isn't being offered up here is why he is so obsessed with only getting the drug from this one druggist. And exploring, and so here we have someone who is actually acting very single-mindedly and not exploring other options. So in that sense, this individual is almost delinquent in his own right by not exploring what other methods there might be of procuring a cure for his wife. This is like tunnel vision. However, on the final point, and this will be the final thing I want to say, is that even though I think the first 2 points are applicable, and that's the reason we have government, to keep us from doing whatever we want to satisfy some desire that we have, in this situation, I can definitely, while I don't condone the behavior, I can honestly say, under these very strict and limited circumstances that have been presented here, I don't necessarily, I mean, I understand, and I might even act out in the same way if I had to save the life of my child. And all other avenues or possibilities were cut off. I could care less about my own personal well-being. I would do anything to save the life of my son or daughter. So, given those limited range of options, while I don't feel that overall, I'm glad that there are laws in place to keep us from acting on these impulses. Fundamentally, though, while I don't condone the behavior, given similar circumstances, I could actually see myself behaving in a similar way.